I'm going to show you 3 simple things to do with your money to make less mistakes and free up some extra time in your life to do more productive things, like mindlessly scroll on your phone, because that's what all the robot overlords want us to do anyways. Even though you know that you're not a dummy, why do you still make a few questionable decisions with your money every now and again? That's sort of a loaded question because there's a lot of different factors at play here. The number of decisions that you have to make every single day is one of the root causes of this problem, so we need to start right there. Now, I studied why it happens, and this is what I found. According to one psychologist, adults make 35,000 decisions every single day. Yeah, I question that number as well. But even if that number is half that, or even a quarter of that, it's still a lot. We're all kind of like batteries in the sense that we only have so much energy available to use within a 24-hour period before we just need to go to sleep to recharge. I personally vote to bring back midday naps for adults so that we can all recharge. A quick 20-minute nap sounds pretty amazing right now, even though it's 10 a.m. Every decision we make drains us of our ability to make the next decision in a level-headed way. Daniel Kahneman's research has shown that people's decision-making can be influenced by cognitive load, which is the amount of mental effort required to complete a task. When people are under high cognitive load, they're more likely to rely on mental shortcuts or biases and less likely to engage in deliberate, rational thinking. Knowing this, you can see how easily it would be for even the most intelligent person to end up making poor decisions with their money. I'm not saying the 18-year-old me was a genius by any means, but back then, I remember putting in a 15-hour shift of non-stop work at a restaurant. By the end of the day, my body and mind was so drained that I could barely even talk or function, let alone make any rational decisions. My girlfriend at the time wasn't too happy about this, but let's be honest, a brain-dead boyfriend is better than no boyfriend at all. Maybe. The research studies say that if you want to make a meaningful change when it comes to reducing the decisions that you make, then we need to make these things super easy to do. Study after study has shown that we're more willing to do something when we don't have to make a choice compared to when we do have to make a choice. So, essentially, how do we do nothing without doing nothing? Take, for instance, a report from Vanguard. Based on 520 retirement plans, they found that when employers used automatic enrollment, those companies had an average participation rate of 91% over a 3-year period. For the companies that didn't have automatic enrollment, the average participation rate was only 28% because the employees had to manually opt in. You're lazy and I'm lazy. It's human nature. So instead of trying to go against human nature by getting all y'all to do something, we're gonna just remove as many decisions as possible. Before I tell you about this first thing, please help support my dog Molly and this channel by hitting that thumbs up button. The first thing that we want to do is minimize as much complexity as humanly possible with our financial decisions. Complexity is the enemy here. These right here, this is what complexity looks like. And it is a huge problem. That means minimal credit cards. By minimal, I am talking one main card that you use for everything and one backup that you never use unless something happens to your first one. This doesn't mean close all of your credit card accounts. Keep them all open, but just don't use the cards or cut them up so that you don't mess with your credit utilization ratio. Those credit card point hacker dorks are going to be shaking in rage because I just said this, but oh well. Seriously though, who in the world wants to manage that many freaking cards? It's the biggest waste of time.
But if I buy gas with this card, then I get 4% off for 2 months out of the year. And when I buy groceries with this card, then I get 3% off on my first $1,000, then $1,000 for the rest of the year. And then when I buy my clothes from Kohl's with this card, then they give me 5% off, but only if I use it in their store, which means that I spend a lot more money because I get 5% off at Kohl's. I gotta spend the money.
On and on and on they'll go, doing mental gymnastics and jumping through more hoops than a freaking elephant at the circus. Why is it that credit card point hacking people, they always seem to be a bunch of white dudes in their 20s or 30s? They have some weird, odd similarities to those middle-aged coupon-cutting women out there. All you need is a credit card where you get 2% cash back on everything. My personal choice for this one is the card from Fidelity. Ditch all of the other gimmicky credit cards because the only reason they exist is to get you to spend more money on certain items at certain stores. And if you carry anything over a $0 balance on your credit credit card every single month, then you haven't earned the privilege of using a credit card, so you should only be using a debit card until you clean up that mess. Saying that might trigger some of you, but if you want to act like a child when it comes to credit card debt, then I'm gonna treat you like a freaking child. Next, you want to automate anything and everything. Many years ago, I had forgotten to pay my electric bill until my power was shut off while I had a girl over at my house. Yeah, try explaining that to a person that you were attempting to impress. Now she probably refers to me as that broke guy who doesn't pay his bills. Yes, I had the money to pay the bill, but logging on to click that pay button had naturally slipped my mind, which annoyed me more than anything. Setting up auto pay for all of your usual monthly bills is a game changer. That means utilities, credit cards, internet, phone, and everything else. Take this one step further by setting up auto savings as well as auto deposits into your investment accounts. You can also set up auto bill pay for your car insurance as well. I know the company that I use gives me something like a 5% discount, which is nice. Speaking of car insurance, pay it in 6-month increments as opposed to monthly if you can. Paying these things in bulk is also one less thing for you to worry about every month, and once again, you'll usually receive a discount for doing this. The Vanguard study I mentioned earlier in the video doesn't just apply to auto enrolling into a retirement account. It also applies to how you invest your money as well. Having a predetermined investing strategy is going to eliminate a ton of other decisions, which will remove a lot of friction from the investing process. Friction like, what should I invest in? What percentage should I invest into each fund? Or how often should I invest into each fund? Some psychologists refer to this sort of thing as sludge. The more barriers in the way of you and the outcome that you're looking for, the less likely you're going to do the things to arrive at that end result. So if the outcome that you're looking for is to invest consistently, then already having a predetermined investing plan in place will increase your odds of actually investing your money. In that same Vanguard study, they found that after 3 years, 80% of participants stuck with their initial auto-enrolled investment strategy. Humans are creatures of habit, so getting a predetermined investing strategy in place will be important because you're going to be less likely to change it as time goes on. Two great buy and hold portfolios for this sort of thing is the 2 or 3 fund portfolio. I'll have my videos on those two topics linked above my head and down in the description below. Just to recap, here are the things that you need to set up right now to automate your investments. Number 1, pick a buy and hold portfolio. Number 2, pick your asset allocation. Number 3, set up auto deposits from your checking or savings account to your investment account for the same day every single month. Set up auto invest within your investment account. Then you could just sit back and relax knowing that the system is automatically handling everything for you. I personally like M1 Finance because they make all 4 of these decisions so much easier than a lot of other investing platforms out there. If you are saving for your future, then there's 8 surprising facts every investor needs to know before reaching retirement, which you can learn about in this top left video. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button and share the video, please. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Done.